So for today, we're going to be looking at the Hunters. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the Moonfang X7 set for the Hunters. If you guys don't know, we've already reviewed the armor and done the shader video. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. Now, in this video, we're going to be taking individual pieces from the X7 set and then making individual sets from those pieces. That's what I usually do when we review an armor set, so that way we can stretch our fashion muscles, so to speak. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because it also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first set. This is a really cool set in my opinion. Apostate's Blade Mask for the helmet, Spacewalk Grasp for the arms, the Sincerity Ornament for the Gifted Conviction, the Moonfang X7 Strides, and then the Psionic Stalker's Cloak. Sorry, I can't read. And then for the shadering, Omnicronia. Now, you guys will see Omnicronia a lot, not in just this video, but in the Titan and Warlock videos, I think. Actually, I don't think the Warlock has one, but the Titans definitely have two as well, because this video also has two videos two shaders using Omnicronia, or two sets using Omnicronia, I should say, specifically because Moonfang X7 shaders like dog shit. So I really like this one. Granted, I've made some really good sets with the Sincerity Ornament for Gifted Conviction. So like, is this the best one? Probably not. Like, I think if I switched out the arms for something that was a little bit more asymmetrical, it would have been better. Not saying these are symmetrical, there is asymmetry in this one, but not as much as I would like, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I think this one's a good start to the video. Let me know what you guys think. As for the next set, we're going to be using the Moonfang X7 chest piece. For the exotic, it's going to be the Caliban's hand with the nucleosynthetic sheath. For the helmet, Omnicronia mask, boots, Thunderhead strides, and then Exodus down cloak. Shader eyes, we're going to be using the Grand Luster. I think this one came out amazing. Thankfully, I ended up using a shader that turns off the purple glow for the Omnioculus mask. That being said, purple wouldn't have been that bad of a shader here because obviously there's purple in this. Not as much as I would like, but there is purple in there. The only thing that I can see people having issues with is the fact that the nucleosynthetic sheath has a like orange glow on the actual like hand or wrist, I should say. That doesn't change color. So if you are aware of that, just make sure you either ignore it or just use another shader or a helmet. The only reason I'm using Omnioculus mask is because A, it looks good with this set, but it also takes out the hood, which is a big problem for Exodus down cloak. Exodus down cloak has an orange lining that I really don't like, which is why I turn it off with the Omnioculus mask. So in this set, I just ignored the orange glow and just didn't really mind it. So that's kind of like my cop out, I guess, because yes, I could have used like a red, there's a specific shader that's red that has an orange glow. I forget the name of it right now, but it's like one of my favorite reds. I could have used that one, but it doesn't change the glow for the Omnioculus mask. If I'm being quite honest, Omnioculus mask, the shadering for the glow is a bit of a bitch. So that's why I decided not to like finagle it. I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore that specific piece of the armor. So let me know what you guys think about this one. As for the next set, we're gonna be using the Astrocytes ornaments for the Stompies and then the Moonfang X7 mask. Now this is the set that I've made before, and this is like one of my, like, in my head, like iconic Fixedtony looks, I guess you would say. Like, when I think of my fashion, I think of this specifically. This is like one of the sets where I'm like, this is a banger in my opinion. The Robo-Raptor chassis for the chest piece, the Forbidden Visage grips for the arms, and then the Canis Luna cloak for the cloak. For the shadering, Rivalry Resolute is the shader we're using. Overall, I think this one is probably the best one here. To be fair, this is an older set that I've made. I think when the Robo-Raptor chassis came out. Yeah, I think this is an old one, dude. This is like 3 or 4 years ago, if I remember correctly. So definitely an oldie, but a goldie in my opinion. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the Blight Ranger with the Olmsted's Downfall ornament. And then for the actual Moonfang pieces, it's going to be the Moonfang X7 grips with the Moonfang X7 cloak. The Vicarian Strides for the boots, and then the Covert Ranger vest for the chest piece. Now this is a set you're going to see in the Star Wars video, because this is from that video. Like, I made this one for the Star Wars set, and I think it came out fucking amazing. Now, obviously, we're using Omnicronia specifically because I want to have well, this is a lot of problems here. Specifically, the Moonfang X7 grips take shaders differently on each arms, and then the boots, the Vicarian Strides, take off colors. So Omnicronia was just the easiest choice. If I'm being quite honest, you could switch the Omnicronia with Dreaming Spectrum, and that would actually be pretty cool as well. But I wanted Omnicronia because I thought the Olmsted's Downfall was going to look really, really cool with Omnicronia, and I think it looks super cool with it. So I want to say this is my favorite. The only reason I'm going to say it's not is because the Covert Ranger Vest unfortunately has like a shoulder pad on the left side, and that kind of ruins the immersion for me because it clips. So as much as I really, really like this one, I would probably just switch out the chest piece for something else. Specifically, the Fortnite armor just comes to mind. I think that one would be really cool. But if you can ignore that shoulder pad, I think this one looks amazing. So Hunters, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to try to make these not super long anymore because quite frankly, I really have not, I don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to these. So if I want to make them 9 minutes long, I'll probably just have either gameplay at the end or just talk about random stuff at the end, like maybe some channel updates or stuff like that, which I've been doing that for quite a while now, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that like why a video will be like 9 or 10 minutes because of YouTube, obviously. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making these sets. We have a lot of content to go through. We're going through the Moonfang X7 stuff because that's the armor that's being showcased this week for the Rite of the Nine. But we're going to be doing the Star Wars armor and the Stasis armor as well. And then I think this check, I'm going to get I'm going to pre-order the new expansion so that way I can get the other Star Wars armor set, because that armor set, I am really excited for that armor set because that armor set has a lot of potential, like specifically for Hunters. It has a lot of like Vex potential. Titans, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of the armor yet, like all of it. So I'm like still not sure of what I'm going to do with that. But Warlocks, your armor is kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but the Hunters, I'm like genuinely excited because each piece I'm just like has so much potential to do some crazy shit. And then Titans, again, like I said, I just haven't seen enough of the armor for me to be like, ooh, I'm gonna do this or that. And then Warlocks, it's just a robe. Yeah, I'm more excited to see if the arms and boots are gonna be really, really cool. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.